I'm sure you're enjoying this this holiday of the 35th anniversary of the EDSA revolution. And so we have no classes, even though you have the classes online normally. Now, even asynchronously or synchronously, we do not have any class. It's because of the anniversary of the EDSA revolution. But in the Salesian world, this day is very special because we're celebrating the feast of our proto-martyrs, the first Salesian martyrs, February 25, in honor of Saints Aloysius Versilia and Callistus Caravario. And Saint Aloysius Versilia is a Salesian bishop, and Saint Callistus Caravario, a Salesian priest. And they were martyred in China. In one of his dreams, Don Bosco had seen two chalices rise to heaven. And that's why you see there a chalice being borne by these two martyrs. And it's a reflection of the dream of Don Bosco. And in that dream, the chalices with which his children would water the Salesian mission in the east. One of the chalices was full of sweat, and the other chalice was full of blood. After a few decades, Father Luigi Versilia from China would have written to another Salesian who had given him a chalice. And he was saying, "May the Lord ensure that I return that chalice that had been offered to our pious society. May it overflow, if not with my blood, at least with my sweat." And so on February 25, 1930, the two missionaries were traveling by boat for a pastoral visit when a gang of Bolshevik pirates intercepted them. The communists climbed on board, and finding three young catechists who were together with with the bishop and the priest, they wanted to take these three young catechists away from that group. And the two missionaries interposed and were attacked and tied while the pirates ransacked their possessions. And one of the bandits, snatching the crucifixes from a catechist, shouted, "Why do you love these crosses? We hate them with all our souls." And these young catechists, young women, were able to see the missionaries confess to each other in a low voice before being shot in the forest. And thus the two chalices dreamed by Don Bosco were raised to heaven. They were canonized in the year 2000, and together with other Chinese, or together with other missionaries in China, or there were even others who were locals. But they were all canonized by Saint John Paul II in the year 2000. But before that, in the 1980s, the same Pope beatified these two martyrs, Monsignor Versilia and Don Caravario. These two, and I quote the homily of St. John Paul II, these two, following the example of Christ, perfectly embodied the ideal of the evangelical shepherd. Shepherd who is at the same time a lamb, who gives his life for the flock, expression of the Father's mercy and tenderness, but at the same time a lamb who is in the midst of the throne, victorious lion, valiant fighter for the cause of truth and justice, defender of the weak and poor, triumph over the evil of sin and death. Therefore, today, just over half a century after their massacre, and this was the homily of John Paul II, as I was telling you, in the 1980s, so just over half a century after their death, the message of the newly blessed is clear and current. When the Church proposes some model of life for the faithful, it does so also in consideration of the particular pastoral needs of the time in which this proclamation takes place. And so we thank God for the example of these Salesian proto-martyrs, that even at the end of their life, they were thinking of saving the others, like shepherds, really thinking, good shepherds, ready to lay down their life for their sheep. And then they did so. And we pray that we Salesians, as shepherds, pastors to the young people, and we also, along with the other Salesian educators, are able to do sacrifices for the young people to whom we are sent by God. And so we thank the Lord for this wonderful gift that He has given to the church in these two men, two Salesians who have gone before us and who are now saints in heaven. I wish to greet you all a happy feast day, and special greetings to those celebrating their birthday. In our educative pastoral community, we have one of our teachers, Mr. Emerson Famadico, and we greet him a happy birthday. And I wish you all the best, and God bless you.